Carl here from Games, Brains and Headbanging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's album review time as the cinematic rockers Earthside will release their highly anticipated second album, Let the Truth Speak, on November 17th, 2023 via Music, Theories, Recordings and Mascot label group worldwide. Earthside welcome listeners to the unique soundscape with a very intriguing opening track called But What If We Are Wrong? A track that features the fascinating talents of Sandbox Percussion, a percussion chamber music ensembler, giving Earthside's rocking cinematic richness a new layer. The collaboration is extremely remarkable, but get used to hearing fascinating and fabulous collaborations across the entire album. It's a unique experience, encapsulated by what follows next. Earthside enlisted the vocal talents of Ketuari, a Malawian artist, and when combined with Earthside's dramatic music, she simply soars. It is yet another stunner that exposes the soul, and this one goes on for nearly 9 minutes, yet it's never boring and it's never repetitive. Take a deep breath though, it's time to experience something different. Pritam Adhikari of Indian alternative metalcore band Arlon help infuse energy into tyranny. Yet it should go without saying that this is another lengthy troll through the creative mindset of Earthside, where melody, moodiness, unpredictable progressive twists and ethereal sounds assail the mind of the listener. Earthside's imagination seems to be boundless, and their willingness to showcase it seems to be endless, though they're also willing to step back and let their collaborators take over, as is very much the case with Pattern of Rebirth, where Fire of the Gods vocalist A.G. Channa, he doesn't just guest here, he also wrote all the melodies and lyrics, the latter being particularly personable to him, a collaboration that utilises the best of both worlds, proving to be an anthemic and powerful modern heady rock hit. The only track that doesn't feature guests is Watching the Earth Sink, and it marks the halfway point of the album. It also happens to be the longest track at nearly 12 minutes. And it also happens to be the most eclectic and unequivocal example of how sonically pleasing Earthside's cinematic sound can be. It is so dramatic and so layered, it elevates the mind, body and soul. Call it what you want musically, but it is undeniably excellent music. Can you believe the talent Earthside have enlisted on this album so far? Incredible stuff. But how about the soulful vocals of Larry Brrraaains and the saxophonist talent of Sam Gendel on The Lesser Evil? Or the return of Ketuari on Denial's Aria, where she and Earthside are also joined by Vicky and harp artist duo Scorpio. It is almost exhausting to keep up with what this album has going on, yet it is so interesting and so unique, I think few won't find themselves madly in love with it and desperate to hear what comes next. Which is Vespers, and the Russian singer Gennady Tyakinenko Papsia joins Earthside alongside returning Vic, and while it is a super short, even by this album's standards effort, it is delightfully ambient. Gennady also appears on the following and penultimate track, Let the Truth Speak, where, not content with having released one of the albums of the year already, Daniel Tompkins of Tesseract lends his immense range to yet another giant of the track. It might be the sharpest example of the progressive and technical edge that Earthside have. No surprise that Tesseract vocalist Daniel Tompkins is on it, but it's also piece of music. Finally, it's all we knew and ever loved. Stop me if you've heard this before, but this is a massive track. Not just in length again, but in scope. And Earthside have been teamed with the uber talent Bard Kolstad of Laporius to leave every single person listening completely spent. It is exhausting, but good God, is it satisfying. I don't think words can do this album justice. It just needs to be heard. But it also needs a serious amount of time to be invested into it. Only on multiple listens does the many layers begin to unreal. Earthside's ambition was out of this world when it came to creating this release. I hope I've expressed that through my description here. But it also seems likely that they're returning to this planet anytime soon. It's an incredible release, so creative, so diverse, so unique. I generally think it needs to be heard by everyone at least once, just to see if it captures your imagination in quite the same way it did me. It is Let the Truth Speak, the second studio album from Earthside, and it is out on November 17th, 2023 via Music Theory's recording and Mascot label group. Check it out, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.